stopped again, but that's okay. I'm just gonna put them together. Um, this comes from 2 Peter 3:5, as it was saying. For this they willingly are ignorant of that by the word of God the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water in the water. I'm gonna read verse 6 as well. Whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perish. One more. Verse 7. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. And after verse 5, you got Genesis 1, 6, 9, and then it say emerging. And see, it's I really like the way it kind of breaks it down, because it challenges you to study. A lot of times, some of us don't like a challenge in life, and I get it. You want the easy road, which is fine. And some people do learn, some things from me, because I like to put, like, certain games I play. I put it on. If it's an extreme mode, I put it on extreme. If it's very hard, I put it on that. And a person asked me, I said, well, why do you? I get why you do that. And he say, well, you gotta have, put on as much challenge as you can to kind of get the actual experience of the full kind of game. If you're not really putting it on there, you might be getting a light version of what it is. And seeing life is on the extreme. Life is on the most challenging that you will have, whether you're doing something or you feel as though you're not really doing something. So let me read on a little bit. I'm trying to hold these pages because I just found some other verses or whatever. Let me kind of read here. Let's see here. We're going to go to verse 8. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. And God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, let the earth bring forth grass and herb, yielding seed, and the fruit tree, yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth. And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass and herb, yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. I'm going to stop for a moment right there. I'm kind of still looking over these verses of what could be done here. And you have, let's see here, you got Genesis, which could be, got about 31 verses there. And basically, I was going to hit you off with all these verses. I might do it in another video, but I got two more to do, just looking over some stuff, because we got some stuff to talk about, different things like that. And for the simple fact, as though the Lord really shows you some things. So we're going to come back to Genesis. I'm just going to do a whole Genesis. I might be inside when I do that, might not, don't know. I'm going to go over to Psalms, because for some reason I'm holding that. I'm looking at Psalms 16. And I got a few things highlighted there. Well, a few things are highlighted. I'm going to start off with verse 1. Preserve me, O God, for in thee do I put my trust. Man. O my soul, thou hast said unto the Lord, Thou art my Lord, my goodness extendeth not to thee, but to the saints that are in the earth, and to the excellent, in whom is all my delight. And you got 101 verse 6 and 119 63, and that's of Psalms. Their sorrow shall be multiplied that hasten after another God. Their drink offerings of blood will I not offer, nor take up their names into my lips. The Lord is the portion of my inheritance and of my cup. Thou maintainest my lot. And you have another verse here. I mean, it's just so many good. That's 73:26, and then you got Lamans 3:24. The lines are fallen unto me in pleasant places. Ye, I have a goodly heritage. I will bless the Lord who hath given me counsel. My reins also instruct me in the night seasons. At the end of that verse, it has something that says mind at the end of that. I have set the Lord always before me, because he is at my right hand. I shall not be moved. And it's got in little exclamations in 1, 12, and 6. Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory rejoiceth. My flesh also shall rest in hope. For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thine Holy One to see corruption. Thou wilt shew me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures for evermore. Now this is Miktam of David. Just in case you get it confused, where it says, I'm going to go back, where it says, for thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thine Holy One to see corruption. Now, some people can take that the wrong way when it says, well, thou wilt not leave my soul in hell. Now, number one, when it says he's not going to leave you there, he means, number one, that of course he'll always be with you. But some people like to take stuff in here very, very literal, which it can be. So I'm not saying that he's not saying this literal, because the Lord knows and does everything. But at the same time, that doesn't mean, well, I can do what I want to. Since in Psalm 16, Lord, you say that thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thine Holy One to see corruption. And you say, well, that refers to me, because it says right here that you won't leave me. But see, when you're reading this stuff, you got to look at who they're addressing. The chapter before, sometimes the chapter after. Sometimes you might have to go 10 chapters to find what's going on in that chapter if you don't understand it, because it might not be fully visible to you. Not that it's not there, but it might not hit you in Psalms. It might hit you in Revelations, or it might hit you back in Genesis, or it might hit you in Matthew. But if you're praying over it and you're looking towards it, then you'll see that you get a Psalm of David in Psalm 15. So then in Psalm 16 it's a Miktam of David, and you have to go through and kind of read. And then the next one after that, Psalm 17, you get a prayer of David. So you have a lot there. I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot, because it was a lot when I'm kind of thinking about it. Just thinking about, okay, Lord, what you want me to do for the people. But I had to share that with you. So let's go back. Let's see, this is Deuteronomy 10. A little indentation on here to say read this. I'm gonna do the first two verses, and then there's 12 through 16 highlighted, and then after 12 you got Acts 1:8 that was written down. So let's just I'm just gonna start. At that time the Lord said unto me, He the 2 tables of stone, like unto the first, and come up unto me into the mount, and make thee an ark of wood. And I will write on tablets the words that were in the first tablets, which thou breakest, and thou shalt put them in the ark. And I made an ark of shittim wood, and hewed 2 tables of stone, like unto the first, and went up into the mountain, having the 2 tables in my hand. And you got Exodus 34:4 after that verse. And see, somebody would say, "Oh, well, you cussing? You said shittim." See, we sit here using the cuss words, and you know, sometimes that makes a mockery of the Lord, as you see in verse 3. And I made an ark of shittim wood. So if you say that, you're talking about wood. If you got to break. Sometimes you got to break the words down. But look, that's right in the Bible. SHITTIM. Look it up for yourself. That's Deuteronomy 10, verse 13 at the start of that. So let's go to. I'm read 14, and we're going to go to 12 to 16. And he wrote on the tables. And he wrote on the tables, according to the first writing, the 10 commandments which the Lord spake unto you in the mount, out of the midst of the fire, in the day of the assembly, and the Lord gave them unto me. After that, you got words, Exodus 34:28. So I'm jumping to verse 12. Say, let the world, written down here, highlighted. Let's just read on. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. You got Acts 1:8 again after verse 12. To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good. Behold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens is the Lord's thy God, the earth also with all that therein is. Only the Lord had a delight in thy fathers to love them, and he chose their seed after them, even you above all people, as it is this day. Circumcise therefore the foreskin of your heart, and be no more stiff-necked. Did you read that? Let's just read that one again. Circumcise therefore the foreskin of your heart, and be no more stiff-necked. I'll get you one more. For the Lord your God is God of gods, and the Lord of lords, a great God, a mighty and a terrible, which regardeth not persons, nor taketh reward, able to do wonders. That's at the end of verse 17. All right, so what we have here, and I just want to read so much because I got it's so much highlighted here. What you have here is an assortment of verses that the Lord is just expressing things. He expressed things very, very completely when he's reading through, and he's reading through in Deuteronomy, and he really gives a lot of detailed information on what you need to know. About him loving, about him walking in all ways, about serving the Lord, about once again with all your heart and all your soul, about keeping commandments, statutes. That's what really got me. Just just the obedience of it, and it's starting to get a little hot out here, but it's still a little breezy. But I get hot fast with the sun, just sweating. But just the obedience of the things that he wants us to do. I apologize because I'm just my mind is racing right now as I'm I want to go to Deuteronomy chapter 9 verse 12 and just read about that in Egypt, and then over to verse 21 and about the sin and the calf you have made and burnt it with fire, and unto it of the small dust, and cast dust, and therefore in the brook that descended out of the. I mean, it's just so much information that I would just have to, okay, we go over here, and we go over there, we go over here, and you say, well, look, a butterfly just kind of flew past again. Good signs, little good signs, a butterfly just, kind of go past you. But, you want to kind of just read the whole thing. I'm not going to do that, but I might come back. I'm starting to, soak up some of that sun a little bit. But, man, it would be nice sometime to know exactly who I was talking to. But that's okay, because I know that I'm talking to you, and I know that there is purpose, and I know that there is promise, and I know that I'm still on assignment, which is good, because I thought that my assignment had changed to some other things, but I thought that there was some more issues to be developed. So as I'm going back in right now. As I'm going back in, we'll discuss some more stuff. I've seen some comments, different things, different questions. So we're gonna break a lot of stuff down. I mean, I could do this all day. So I guess it's kind of meant to be to kind of express things in a certain way, because I can sit here and you can chat and chop it up and talk all day long, about different things. But the main point that I would stress to you is that you got to want to learn it for yourself. That's the main thing that I would tell you. And I'm kind of going in right now, so just kind of bear with me. But the main thing I would tell you, see, that sun gets you fast too. Like you see, if that's a part of the Lord's power, then that sun will get you. He only had to do much. You thinking, well, Lord, you can't do so. All I gotta do is crank that temperature up, and we'd be done for. All he would have to do is crank that temperature up, and we would be done for. Crank it up just a little bit enough. And see, it's a light breeze outside. It's feel like a nice day. You got people walking and just enjoying the day. And I mean, it's wonderful. Nice to see a few people, and I got the one guy look at me like, what the heck are you doing? I'm gonna come back in another video.